Maddie, thanks for joining me and taking the time out of your morning because you're obviously in
Yeah,
America.
no
Three,
problem.
3 o'clock here, but 10 o'clock in Detroit. Um, Studied your MBA in Cardiff for 2 years. You've moved back to America now into Detroit.
Yep.
So how are you coping? How are you settling back home?
Yeah, so I moved back in with my parents. It's going well. It's almost hitting, it's going to be hitting 2 months before we're out of lockdown, but everything's going well. Family's healthy. We're making the best of it, I guess, like everyone
Yeah.
else. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about you, but how is the environment, you could say, where you're living at the moment? Because I know here it's a bit like everyone's wanting to go outside, but I don't know. How's it with you?
Yeah, so I mean, we're kind of like we're the same with kind of how your guys' lockdown is going. We're in it till May 15th, now or like recently. But yeah, everyone's kind of itching to get outside. It's not as warm as it is there for you guys, which is like kind of nice because then we don't want to go outside as much or go socialize in the nice sun. But I know that everyone's getting kind of antsy and just ready to
Yeah,
hopefully get to celebrate summer in some capacity.
exactly. I don't know about what it's actually like in America, but the media here has basically portrayed America as like they're starting to reopen some states, etc. Um, What do you think about because the death toll has come up to like 50,000 or something in America, so it's a
Mhm.
large proportion of it which is in America. Do you reckon Trump's doing the right decision making in this process, or what?
Yeah, I don't like to get into politics a lot and all that kind of stuff, but
No,
I think that we're all trying to do the best we can right now, and each state kind of has their own guidelines. That's how we do it in America. So
yeah,
each governor decides what the actions are for the state. So like even if whatever the president says, it's not really like up to him. It's actually down to the state governors. So our each state's kind of different, so that's why not all states have lockdowns. Not all states have like they'll have like some capacity of lockdown. So
okay.
it's actually not doesn't really go down to what the president says. It actually has to do with the governors, which I don't think a lot of people understand. But so yeah, it's kind of like we pay attention to our governor and what they say and the guidelines. And like some of the guidelines were lifted where we can like we weren't able to like buy certain stuff. And we weren't allowed to go like boating and golfing, but now I think it's kind of lifted a little bit where like they still want masks worn and social distancing, but other activities like gardening and stuff like that can happen. So yeah, I think it's just a process. I think it's a learning experience for everyone. So we're trying to get through it and help out in any way we can. So yeah.
That's really interesting to know that because I didn't know that at all. I was only like, you only because obviously here you just listen to the media, etc. But when
Mhm.
someone's actually living there, you speak to them, it's completely different.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny because like you guys probably only see what Trump says. You don't
Mhm.
really like maybe some of the governors, but we like and we only see you guys as prime minister speak, so we don't know what other people are saying. But we have a lot of things at play that the governors actually dictate what we do per state. So yeah.
That's interesting. Right, enough about that. I wanted to concentrate on your football because there's no denying it. You're a massive talent in your sport. Um, so how's your training changed now since self isolating?
Yeah, so actually I've kind of, had to change my routine a little bit. I know it's definitely been more like running focused and body weight stuff. I have tried to use my dad has lots of paint cans, so actually like using the paint cans for deadlifting and funny stuff like that. But yeah, it's changed, but I think it's been something good where I can like slow down and focus on what I want to focus on. And really, you just when you use the ball, you're just using in small areas with cones and dribbling around and all that kind of stuff. So it's changed a lot, but I think that, it's kind of every time you're working out in your basement or outside, you realize that it's just like one opportunity to get better. And it sucks that I can't go lift in the gym, but it's like we're all in the same situation. So it's not like been detrimental to, I feel like, to my continue to progress where I want to be.
That's interesting. That's cool. Because I'm at the moment I'm doing loads of hit workouts outside in the garden, so high intensity. Like I'm very rarely do hit sessions, so it's a massive eye opener, like doing stuff like that at home.
It's hard, right? Like you
Yeah,
don't realize it, but it's like those hit workouts that like I would do like once a week, and you're right, I'm doing them a lot more now.
yeah.
I'm just like, wow, this is actually really hard. Burpees, those suck. That's what I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, I know. Same, yeah. How are you staying motivated? Because that's, I think, from speaking to other athletes, motivation is the key thing that's changed with them.
hmm Yeah, so I'm living with my sister. My sister moved home from college and she plays soccer in college too. So since she moved home, we kind of keep each other in check. So she's been
Sure.
helping me like some of the days where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to work out. She's like, let's just work out for a little bit, or run the beep test. I don't know if you know what that is, but she
Yeah,
has
yeah.
to do the fitness test still because she'll go back in the fall hopefully. Uh, but then I also think it's too, we see everyone working out online and social media, and it's like okay to, if you don't want to work out every day in a week or something like that, just take it off. Enjoy the time with the people that you're self isolated with, and kind of enjoy it and just relax or something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Has your coaches in football in Cork town been sending you like training sessions to do at home or?
Yeah, so they actually haven't, because like we would just be starting training like right now,
Yeah.
because all the students come back from college, and it's like half college girls, and then like half, I would say like three-fourths college girls, and then the other like fourth is like older or people that ex-pros and stuff like that. So it kind of just depends, but we would be just picking up training now. So I think right now maybe it'll change in a week, but we have like really just been told to, hey, stay in shape, be ready to start season as soon as we can, and then kind of go from there.
Cool. That's interesting. Um, and what does this virus mean to your season now? Has it interrupted it at all or?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of sad. Since we have a small season, um, because it's really just, it's a lot of girls use it to stay in shape for college season. So these seasons are, strictly in the summer. Um, so we would start end of May, and national championship would end in July. So it's kind of like a quick like thing. We play a bunch of games. We train hard and stuff like that. And but if we don't start by, I think it's June 1st, it most likely the season probably won't happen.
Yeah.
It's just kind of been the reason why is because we can't fit enough games in the period of time where people are then going back to college and then starting with their college teams and stuff like that. So we're hopeful, I think it's pretty much 50-50 at this point. We'll see. But yeah.
Fair. And when you were playing with Cardiff Met and where you're at now, is there a difference in the level of the way you play?
Yeah, so I think it's different, but it's somewhat the same because it's a bunch of young college girls like at Met. Like there's a kind of a feeder between college girls and the girls that are older too. So it's a good mix. I think that we get people from all over to come play, and different colleges, and it's super high intensity because it's for a short period of time. So it's a little different, I think, training style and what we're trying to focus on. It's we have like it's the same subbing rules as you guys always we do over at Cardiff Met. So it's a little different for college girls coming in because you get to in college you can sub a lot more. But other than that, I think it's pretty high intensity. It's because it's only 2 months basically, or 2.5 months.
That's interesting. That's really so your hit workouts you do now, that's going to be a massive benefit for you for when you go back to play.
Yeah.
In course, that's cool. And And I don't know about you guys in America and Detroit now. We've been nominated for so many things on social media. I've like my phone's on fire. It's losing a count of how many times we've been nominated. But have you been nominated at all to do anything?
Yeah, so I was nominated for the toilet paper juggling, whatever, and I was horrible. I will admit it, I was not good. And I like tried it, like I think that was my fourth attempt, and I was just like, you know what? That's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually had my mom do it, which is kind of funny, and I posted that on Instagram. And then I got nominated by um and I got nominated by someone in the UK to do one of the teammates towns, and she nominated me to do the Run 5, Donate 5, Nominate
Yeah.
5. So
Yeah.
then I nominated like 5 people from America, so kind of like to
Coming
bring it
over.
over. So I don't know if people were doing it in America, but I think I decided to like somewhat start it because like I was like, I don't want to. Everyone's been doing it over in the UK, so there's not enough people to nominate again. So those are the
Yeah.
only 2 I've done. I have got nominated for a few others, but I was like, I don't know.
I know. So I've been nominated so much for drinking ones, and I'm like,
Yeah.
pass,
See, I
pass.
can't do that. I physically can't drink that much, so I'm just like, pass.
Oh, brilliant. Hobbies and skills. Have you picked any up since this self-isolation? I've learned how to. Well, I haven't learned, but I'm trying to learn Spanish and sign language.
Sign
Not gonna.
language would be good. That'd be cool to learn. No, that's awesome. I've just been reading a lot because I actually have time to read right now. I enjoy that. And me and my dad have been watching Sunderland Till I Die. That's what we were watching
So good.
Netflix.
Yeah. So
And
good.
like it's hard to explain to your parents and like other people like what football means over there. And
Yeah.
like I just tell people watch that. Like that's like you'll understand it completely. And my dad was very into it. So it was cool. That was cool to watch. And
Yeah.
we watched Tiger King as well because why not, right? Just love watching those crazy Americans.
So good. So good. That's like a hype back in the UK at the
Yeah.
moment. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Okay, that's cool. What's next for you, Mads? Because obviously you've gone back to America now. You play football. I'm guessing full time over there. But what else are you doing on the side of that?
Yeah, so I got home in beginning of February and I actually got a job end of February. So I'm working for it's called Caliber Home Loans. So I'm working in the mortgage industry actually right now. Um so soccer is kind of part-time because that's what it is in the summer for most girls. And so I do that part-time and I work full-time right now. So as of right now, I'm gonna probably focus on doing that because we don't know what football is going to look like starting next season. First off, of course, I haven't stopped thinking like maybe I'll go back, but so we'll see. I think right now it's up in the air. I'm 23. I'm just kind of trying to, get by, make a little money, and then figure out what's next for me in the future. So yeah.
I know Cardiff Met women. They'd love to see you back here. So let's just say that. I don't know about you, but have you got any plans for when you first get out of lockdown? What's the first thing you're gonna do? I'm literally gonna go to the barbers because look at the state of this. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah, so I think my first thing will be go see my grandpa's because I like got home and I was home for a month and I got to see some friends. So I would say either both see my grandpa's and then probably see some more friends because I feel I'd been gone for 8 months and then I came home like I'll have time to visit people. It's gonna be great. Summer's gonna come. I'm gonna see all my friends. And now summer's coming and I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to see everyone. So I think that's the plan right now is to see, and once this is done, to visit some people and get to see some people and then probably go to the bar and go to the restaurants and stuff like that.
I know.
Socialize.
There's been so much speculations over here of when everything is going to be open. Like, what's the first thing that's going to be open? Is it going to be, I don't know, the stores, or is it going to be the restaurants or the bars? But we're thinking that the bars would be the last thing to open because of the big gatherings, etc. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
I think maybe they'll open sooner than we think. Just capacity will be like cut in half at least, you know.
Yeah.
So,
That's
fingers
interesting.
crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go steer it towards. Is it Cork or Cork Town? Your team you play for?
It's Corktown AFC.
Cork Town AFC. Okay. So, did you play for them before you came to Met? Did you?
Yes, I played for another club called Detroit Sun.
Okay.
And this one is, some of the same girls, ownership changed and stuff like that. So I have played in for a summer league for the past 3 years. So every time I'd come home from Cardiff Met, I would come back and I would play for that team.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, what I was going to say was, how does the coaches feel that you're back in Detroit playing for Cork Town?
So they are really happy. I'm actually hopefully like I'm gonna be one of the leaders this year. So I'm excited to kind of like one help the younger generation of soccer over here by like, showing the girls what to do. And also like I can't, as I've kind of talked on Zoom call with them last week, I another girl too, we both went overseas and we played, and I can't like recommend it enough. I think that a lot of girls, grow up in America and don't understand the way soccer is portrayed over in Europe and actually all over the world. So it was
Yeah.
like one of the best experiences I could have done. So I like highly suggest all the girls go over and play, go over and
Yeah.
enjoy your time and experience something different. So, but yeah, they're super excited to have me back.
It's going out of that comfort zone, isn't it? And
Mhm.
it's going above and beyond. I had statistics to say about your time in Cardiff Met. Okay, so you won the Golden Boot. You were named Player of the Year in your final year. You won the Welsh Premier League, and you played in the Champions League, and you were in the goal of the month on Scorion. You were the only female to feature in that, and that's all. You're the only female. Like, that is a massive achievement for for a female, absolutely. And being around such a strong squad in Cardiff Met, is that something that you're going to take back? That you've taken back to Detroit now?
Yeah, I think that, I don't really know exactly how to put it, but I think that when I come back to Detroit, it's a little bit, different of atmosphere around soccer, but I think I just take what I've learned from Cardiff Met and really just bring it to all the girls back here and like just I appreciate soccer so much more after playing in Cardiff Met and then coming back to Detroit. So I just think I bring that like love for the game and work ethic that, it's got me successful and allowed me to be successful throughout the years. So yeah.
Oh, right. I said I had a surprise for you, didn't I?
Yeah, so I'm kind of nervous.
Before we went, before I invited you onto this. So I got two videos, okay? I only had time to get one or two, so I got two. So you ready for it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey man, hope you're doing okay. Cardiff's missed you loads since you've been gone. Wishing you all the best for the future and stay safe.
Hey Maddie, hope you're well. Missing your energy around camp massively, especially in the gym. You always inspired me to live more so I could be just like you when I grow up. Big and keep smashing it out there. I know you will. Look after yourself. Love you, miss you. Once an Archer, always an Archer.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh my, wow, thank you. That is so amazing. I miss the girls so much. You don't even understand.
Yeah. And I wish I got more for you, but I literally didn't have much time to get any more. So I knew them two were more than happy to do a little video. So yeah, that just set it hard and cry. But by the sound of it, I think you're more than welcome to come back to Cardiff Met, because I think you've missed quite a lot. So yeah.
I made really good relationships while in Cardiff, so it's definitely not my last time being there. I'll definitely be back to visit if, at the least. So yeah, I still keep in contact. I actually am still, they haven't removed me from the group chat yet, so I am still in it. Hopefully they don't do it now, but so I still get to keep up with what they're doing. We did they did the quiz over Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
I joined in on that. So yeah, I joined in on stuff, and I will try to continue to join in as much as possible.
Nah, that's fantastic. And Matt, good luck, honestly, in your time in Detroit now, doing what you're doing. Just continue smashing your skills, your talent, scoring a few more goals, I suppose. And then, yeah, more than welcome to come home back to Cardiff.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Matt. I'll speak to you soon, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Bye.